What is happening, my YT gang? Y'all already know what time it is. We are back with another one, and the NFL season is about to kick off. And even though a lot of teams got their players locked in, we still having issues down there at San Fran with Brandon Aiyuk. Now, as we all know, Brandon Aiyuk been holding off for about 2-3 months when it comes to his contract, when it comes to how much he's getting paid. You know, San Fran said, okay, well, you know, let's test the waters. You can go out there, see what's out there, you know what I'm saying? See if somebody can pay you better. And doing this gives San Fran the opportunity to go out and, you know what I'm saying, and see what they can possibly get when it comes to trading Brandon Aiyuk to the other team. But Aiyuk been holding back, you know what I'm saying? He got an offer from the Patriots, turned that down, didn't want to go there. Of course, Cleveland Browns didn't want to do that either. So, you know, we just really waiting on Brandon Aiyuk and see what he want to do. Now, you know, he's still in contact with the Steelers, of course, in which, you know, they gave him an offer as well. So what I want to do is go ahead and play this video for you guys so we can all get up to date on what is going on with Aiyuk. Let's get to it.
Well, the latest I've heard is that Aiyuk and the 49ers have been in conversations in recent days about a contract extension. And at this point, the 49ers have the framework of a deal in place with Pittsburgh if there's going to be an Aiyuk trade. Pittsburgh, you know, has a general idea, and Aiyuk does what Pittsburgh would pay him on a new deal. And obviously, he's been talking to the Niners for a while about a possible extension there. So it's a situation where, on some level, it may be up to Brandon Aiyuk to decide where he wants to go. Now, a week ago, what we knew was that the Niners had given Aiyuk permission to go talk to other teams about a contract, see if they could work out a trade with those teams. And New England was involved, and Cleveland was involved, and obviously Pittsburgh. So I think, you know, it was that was a means of the 49ers sort of letting the market set itself, right? Like, hey, Brandon, you don't like what we've offered. Go see if you can find it from somebody else. And then if you can't, maybe you come back to us. And so I think they're at a point now where that has sort of happened, and they're trying to get to a resolution pretty soon because we're about 3 weeks out here from the start of the season. They'd like to get him in camp and practicing if he's going to be on the team. And if he's not, they'd like to figure out what their options are at the position.
It's worth a reminder, Graz, as we've kind of watched this whole thing develop, that Deebo Samuel has, another year on his contract. So they're going to have to pay him or make a decision on him soon-ish. But you've also got Brock Purdy, who's going to need to be paid. As the 49ers weigh all of this and then look at Aiyuk and trying to keep him, he is super crucial to their offense and what they want to run. How do you think all those other elements factor in?
Oh, well, it's not insignificant. I mean, remember, they also have their left tackle, Trent Williams, who's holding out, looking for more money. They're paying George Kittle big money. They're paying Fred Warner big money. Like, they're set up to win now. Brock Purdy will be extension eligible next offseason, and assuming another good year from him, he'll make a lot of money. I do think if Aiyuk is on the 49ers this year, then I think you have to assume one or the other of him and Deebo will be gone next year. If Aiyuk signs a long-term extension, that makes it more likely that Deebo moves on after this year. They are coming to the point, the 49ers, where they're going to have to make some decisions on some of those big money guys on their roster. But they're not there yet. And right now, they're a team that is determined to win this very next Super Bowl. There's obviously never been anybody closer to winning a Super Bowl without doing it than they just were. So they're in a win-now window. Aiyuk is a big part of that. That's why they want him back. They don't want to trade him, and they would like to get to a resolution that makes him happy and keeps him on the team if that is still possible.
I'm also thinking about the prospect of him joining a Steelers team. We still don't know exactly who the quarterback's going to be, but think about him on the same team with George Pickens potentially. It could be a really nice, enticing thing for those two quarterbacks.
Now, this is what I pretty much got to say about this whole situation, right? I feel like when it comes to Brandon Aiyuk, he want to have his cake and eat it too, okay? When I say that, I mean he wants to make his money, but at the same time, he want to be on a competitive team, right? He want to be on a team that can actually be in competition to win the Super Bowl. Now, my thing is, you know, of course, we all know the 49ers, they are who they are, all right? Now, they do have a lot of players that they are spending a lot of money on. I would say if the Steelers are not offering you a lot more money, I don't think it's worth going. I think, you know, if it's like $2 million or something like that, nah, you know what I mean? I don't think it's worth going because you're on a team that possibly going to win a Super Bowl. If not this year, maybe next year. And I know this is Deebo Samuel last year, so I kind of feel like if Aiyuk stays and get the extension, 9 times out of 10, Deebo is going to be up out of there. But at the same time, the talent will still be there to win a Super Bowl. You got a good quarterback. You have a great tight end. You have a good defense, and you definitely got a coach that knows what it takes to win. Even though he hasn't won a Super Bowl, he knows how to get there, which that's why I feel like they have the highest chance of making it back to the Super Bowl and possibly winning out of any other team. So staying with San Fran is not a bad look. However, if Pittsburgh is offering you a significant amount of more money than what San Fran is, leave San Fran. Just leave, because this is your opportunity to make that guaranteed money. There are other achievements in the NFL, like being a Hall of Famer. Yeah, I get it, winning a Super Bowl, that's cool, but making your money is way more important. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You never know what may happen, and God forbid anything happens to you, but getting that money right now, you know what I'm saying? Because what's going to be worth winning a Super Bowl, and then when you retire, you don't have no money behind it? Get that bread, man. My question for him would be, would it be more worth to him to win a Super Bowl and have not a lot of money, or to have a whole lot of money and not win a Super Bowl, but still be a Hall of Famer? But I don't know. Hopefully we'll find out within a week or two. Being that the season does start in about 2 to 3 weeks, Brandon Aiyuk, man, let us know what you're going to do.